Y'all clicked on this because y'all nosy. Y'all nosy. It's all good though. I'm here to thoroughly entertain you. So just hold on. I'm gonna jump into this. I'm gonna dive deep into this because this is bullshit. But yeah, if you haven't already got your drink, got your snack, got your herbal essence, go ahead and get it in. We're gonna get right into the video. I love y'all. I love y'all so much. Thank you guys so much for subscribing to the channel. I thank y'all so much. I love you guys. Thank you for your comments. Thank you for the like people that be emailing me, sending me message on Instagram. I love you guys. You can follow me if you want to. I'm not that active on Instagram, but if you want to follow me, go ahead. Sometimes I post in my story a lot more than I do on my page. So my Instagram is down below. If you want to send me your stories too, because I be forgetting to tell y'all that I can read your stories if you want me to. Send it to my email and I will read it to everybody if that's what you want to do. The email is down below. Is there anything else? Oh yeah, also I reply back to comments. So if you comment, I always reply back to comments. I don't care how big I get. It will have to be an overwhelming amount. I probably won't reply back like that if it's overwhelming. But in the first parts of me dropping stuff, I will. But right now I'm small. So I reply back to everybody. And I probably will continue doing that. Even if it takes me days to reply back, y'all. I reply back. I love y'all. I do appreciate your time. I appreciate the fact y'all watch me. Y'all mess with me. And I love y'all for that. Without further ado, let's get into the video. Okay, I don't really be telling y'all too many stories about my late husband. But this story, I was driving. Hold on, y'all. My leg is falling asleep. Okay, I was driving this morning, right? And I was driving back to my house and I was like, this story popped in my head. And I instantly put it in my notes because I told y'all I got a whole bunch of stories. Now, I ain't even touched the surface on the stories. When shit pop in my head, I instantly put it in the notes so I can tell y'all the story. I don't tell y'all stories about my late husband, but y'all finna get a little glimpse of some fuckery that he had did. So y'all, child, this man right here, I don't know what the hell he was thinking, and he probably didn't know either. Well, I know he didn't because he said he didn't know what the fuck he was thinking. He just was just doing shit. But okay, I'm take y'all to the day. I'm at work. I worked 15 minutes at the time. What year was this? I don't know what year. This was like maybe like 2010 or 2011. This was a long motherfucking time ago. Cause I was trying to think, cause I'm like, I don't think I had my second daughter at this time. I think I just had one kid at the time. I think I just had my one daughter at the time. Cause I'm like, I ain't had baby Jade. That's my baby name, Jade. I call her baby Jade. She ain't no damn baby. That girl almost taller than me, almost there. She up there, bro. But so he normally will get off work and go pick up our oldest child because she was little. I go to work, I drop her off. I think I was dropping her off with my mom at this time. So I go take her, drop her off, and then I go straight to work. I worked in the medical center. My late husband worked in Richmond, Texas. That's from where we live at. That's like 40 minutes away. So he would drive from there, go pick up our daughter, and then drive back to our house because where my daughter was at, it was like on the way to our house. So he would go get her, come back. Okay. I'm at work. I'm working regular old day. And it probably was like 7 something in the evening. I get a phone call on my phone and it's a state trooper. The state trooper was like, "Are you Joelonda so-and-so?" And I'm like, "Yes." Cause this is crazy because they're calling me from his phone. So I'm like, is something going on? Like, I'm like, my heart started beating fast. Like, what the fuck? Why is it? She was like, it's a lady. It was a lady. She was like, I'm trooper da 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 da. She said her name. And she was like, I'm on the side of the 59 freeway. She was like, I'm on the 59 freeway or whatever. And she was like, I'm on the shoulder and I got because I wasn't married to him, but he would call me his wife. She was like, I got your husband here. She was like, how fast can you get here? And I was like, is he okay? She was like, yeah, he's fine. She was like, but he's intoxicated. He cannot drive. He cannot be behind the wheel. She said his truck is parked on the shoulder of the 59 in the left lane. She said, I pulled up behind him and he was just sitting in the car. So she said, I need you to get him or he's gonna have to go to jail. And I was like, okay, I got it. I'm gonna be there. So I tell my boss, I'm like, I gotta go. It's a family emergency. I gotta go. I gotta leave. I'm like, I don't fuck this job. Like, I gotta go. She was just like, how fast can you get here? And I told her it's gonna take me like 40 minutes probably because it's 7. So it's traffic kind of still heavy, a little, not too heavy, but because I'm in the medical center. I told her I'm in the medical center. She was like, okay, I'm gonna try to wait, so nobody won't pull up behind him. I said, okay. I get there. I see him, so I gotta go down past him on the freeway, twist a turn and come back up on the highway and then get back all the way over to the left lane. I get there, I get behind the state trooper. Well, I don't know if I got behind her, if I got in front of his truck. I don't remember what I did. I think I got in front of his truck. But either way, she came up to me and she was just like, she didn't have, and the thing is, she didn't even have him in her car. She had let him sit in his, in the truck, but she took his keys. So she took the keys and then she gave the keys to me and she was like, do you think you could she's like, can you get the car moved or do I need to get it towed? And I said, no, I got AAA. I could get the car moved. She was like, okay. She's like, do not let him get behind the wheel. I already told him if I catch him behind that wheel driving, I'm going to take him to jail. And I was like, what was he doing? She said, when I pulled up on him, she was like, he was just sitting in the car, but he told me that he had to pee. That's what she told me. She's like, he said he had to pee. He pulled over. He took a piss right here. And she's like, and he just was sitting in the car. And I'm like, she's like, so when I walked up on him and he rolled the window down, she's like, I instantly could smell the liquor. So the reason why I'm not taking him to jail is because he didn't drive, like he's not in motion. He's just sitting in the car. And she was like, if he would have been driving, I would have took him to jail. She was like, but the fact that he wasn't driving, I'm going to let him go with you. But she was like, do not let him drive. Take him home. I said, okay. I called AAA. She ended up driving off. It's me and him. He in the car. He get in the passenger side of the car and he's sitting there looking at me all fucking drunk and slurring his words. And now let me tell y'all this. He was at work. My husband at the time was a postal carrier. He worked for the post office. He has a lot of people that he know out there. He been working out there for, at this time, I want to say maybe like 4 or 5 years. So, because at the whole time, the equivalent time that he worked for them was 13 years. When he passed away, it was 13 years he worked for them. At this time, it's probably like 4 or 5 years. So he had a guy he had a lot of people that he knew, a lot of people that he knew. So this one guy was like, he was real close to this man. This was like his road dog, one of his homies. So he got off work and I guess the dude hit him up and was like, come over and have a couple of beers. And he was like, okay. Now, I was like, what the hell? You got to go pick up your daughter. Why is you going to go have some beers? I didn't understand it at all. I didn't understand, like, you just, because he's not an irresponsible person. He's very responsible, especially when it comes to our children. Like, he's super responsible. So the fact that he went over there and had some drinks and knowing he got to take care of her, because I work at night, I didn't get off till 11 o'clock. So he got to make sure she take a bath, make sure she eat, do everything. Like, she's little. She's not, I don't even think my daughter was 3 yet. She might have been 3. She might have been 3 years old. So she's small. She's small. So, that was our only one. We didn't have another one yet. She came a little bit after the fact. But anyway, He get in the car, he looking at me all fucking drunk and shit. You know how drunk people be looking and talking to you and shit. You just be like, what the fuck? Like, the worst conversations is with a drunk person. Like, I hate it, like, with a passion. Like, if I'm not fucked up and I'm sober than a motherfucker, and your ass is drunk and you over here trying to talk to me about some stuff and explain some shit to me, I ain't even trying to hear it, honestly, because your ass is drunk and you don't know what the fuck you talking about right now. You don't got a clear understanding. You just finna be, and then you quick to anger, because sometimes he would drink and he would get like upset. But let me give y'all a little background. My late husband was a Marine. He said once a Marine, always a Marine. He was in the Marine Corps. He did tour. He went to Iraq. He went to Afghanistan. He fought in that shit. He actually fought and went to battle. Like, he actually took people out. And that stuff was mentally tormenting him even years later. It only had been since he got out. From the time this incident happened, he probably only was out 5 years. So he still, up until the passing of him, he still dealt with them nightmares and waking up in cold sweats. And he was dealing with a whole lot. If you ever been with a person that was in the military and you had to deal with the aftermath of whatever, if they went to war, because you could be in the military and never see war. You could just be up in there. But if you had an active person like that, PTSD ain't no joke, man. This stuff is, it is not a joke. So he was doing the reminiscing. So I asked him, because I'm gonna get to the reminiscing. I ain't got, or him reliving things. Let me not say reminiscing, because some reminiscing is a sense of happiness and good times and things like that. But this is not that. This was thinking of bad stuff. Let me get there. So we in the car. He started telling me, he's like, I said, what was you doing? Where was you at? He was like, I was at his friend. He said the name. He was like, I was at so-and-so house. And I'm like, so so-and-so live 30 extra minutes from Richmond. So he had to drive. Oh, hold on, y'all. This is my daughter. Hold on. Okay. Girl problems. Okay, I talked to her, so she good. Okay, let me take a sip of this, because child, oh Lord, being a woman and raising little women is, oh child, can y'all understand? Periods and shit, boys, oh God. I'm like, that's how I feel right now. That's how I feel. But I'm finna go to this gym. I'm finna get it the fuck in, because this shit got me scratching my head and shit. My kids be, just like I said, periods and boys. Me put it all together, y'all. So, okay. I don't even know where I fucking left off at. But either way, it don't matter. He was in the car and I'm finna just jump in that what he was telling me. He was just like, I said, how you get, like, why would you go to his house? He's far. And you know you got to go get your daughter. And he was like, it was only supposed to be like 1 or 2 drinks. And he's like, I only had 5. I'm like, ain't no fucking way you had 5. He do the little hand thing like, I only had 5. I'm like, you did not have 5. And was you drinking? And he was drinking beer. And for some reason, when he drink beer, it's like the worst. Like, I would rather him drink liquor than drink beer, because it stinks so bad on him. Like, he smelled. First of all, you worked all day outside in the sun. You been slaving today. I get it. You want to have you a little drink, chill, relax, wind down from the day. But why you can't do it at the house? Why you got to do it out here and then drive? And that's the thing. He's so responsible that he got in the truck. He drive a stick shift. I can't drive a stick shift. I can't even drive a car regardless, because I drove my car to get him. So it wouldn't have mattered no way. But I'm like, you in there like, boy, I swear to God, like, men is something else. It's something else. He told me, he said, I only had 5. And I'm like, and then he was like, and I was gonna leave after the second one, but he was just like, no, stay. He wanted to talk, and he had his other guys out there. Like, it was a handful of them out there. And if you don't know, I've told y'all, but I don't know if y'all know, My late husband is Spanish. So they out there and they got the music playing, the Spanish. If you know, you know. They out there. This is a weekday. They out there. They got the Spanish music playing. They got the beers going. They got the dude. It's about, he told me like 5 people, 5 dudes was out there. So they all talking and, you know, he having guy time. But I'm like, all of that is understandable. But why? I said first, why would you do that knowing that you got to go to work the next day and you got to pick up your daughter and you got to take care of her till I get there? You know that. Why would you do that? So, like I said, if you ever had to deal with somebody that is intoxicated, you know the conversation ain't going to go nowhere because they're going to either be a little aggressive or they're going to be extremely silly or laughing or thinking it's a joke. This was a combination of both. This was a laughing matter and a why are you mad? What you mad for? Like he starts saying all this stuff. I'm like, I ain't trying. Listen, I done left my whole job, drove all the way to the southwest side to come get you, and we got to drive to the whole other side of the city to go home. Not only do we got to do that, we got to go get our daughter. I got to go get her, then drive to the house. So that's just insane to me. So I was just like, I'm going to talk to you about it when you sober. Because I'm like, I can't talk about this right now. So then he's like, okay. But then he started talking about it again. Because like he's not in his right mind. He's drunk. So he's talking. So, okay, we talking in the car, All of a sudden, another car comes behind us. This car is a Sugarland police officer. He comes behind. He comes behind his truck, gets out, walks towards me. I see the car. I see him with the lights or whatever. I told my late husband, I said, listen, do not talk. Don't get out the car. Don't say nothing to this man. I'm going to talk to him, okay? I don't want you saying anything because you're drunk. And if you say something, start something, you're going to probably go to jail. So I'm like, please don't talk. He sit back in the seat talking about, all right. Do y'all think that he shut up? Hell no. The man come to my window. He said, ma'am, are you all right? Are you okay? I said, yeah, I'm fine. I said, I'm waiting for a AAA to tow this truck. He said, oh, okay. He's like, what's wrong with the truck? I said, it's some mechanical issues. I'm like, I needed to get towed to my house. He was like, okay. So then he's flashing the thing. It's not nighttime, but for some reason he had the little light on. It's not night yet. It's like starting to get dark. It wasn't completely dark yet, but it was that time where, you know, it get dark late, like around 7:30 or whatever. Cause I told you I was like 7. So it was starting to get dark, but he had the little flashlight. He flashed it at him and he's like, he all right? He gonna look up talking about, yeah, I'm fine. Then he proceeds to open. Now we on the side of the road. We on the left lane. So when you open your door, his door is opening to the traffic. He gets out the motherfucking car. He gets out the car because he's like, I want to smoke a cigarette. And I'm like, you gotta do it now? Like, can you wait? He's like, when he get fucked up, he gotta smoke a cigarette. He's like, I need to smoke a cigarette. So he gets out the car and all of a sudden he goes into this military shit. He goes into it because the guy had said, who a Marine? And I said he is, but he heard it because he's right there. So then he gets out the thing. He's like, yeah. And then he goes into this whole back and forth with the man. The guy was like, he looking at him and he was like, have you been drinking? He was like, yeah. He's like, how many drinks you had? He was like, I had about, he keeps saying 2 to the guy, but then I told you, he said, I just had 2. The guy was like, it don't smell like you had 2. And he was like, well, and then he's already light. So his face is like pink right here, like red, because he's so hot. He's sweating. Y'all know how it is when people be fucked up. You drinking that shit and it start coming out of your pores. You can smell it. He been at work all day. He got his postal uniform on. He is fucked all the way up. And he's smoking that cigarette. He talking to the man or whatever. And the man was like, I'm going to ask you a question. I was like, oh my God. He not asking it to me. He asking it to him, man. He asking this nigga. He asking him. He's like, I'm going to ask you a question. He said, was you behind the wheel of that car? Behind the wheel of that truck, not car. He said, behind the wheel of that truck. Was you behind the wheel? And he was like, yeah. He's like, did you drive? Was you driving? He's like, yeah, but I pulled over because I had to use the restroom. He's like, I already got pulled over by a state trooper. He telling the dude the whole spiel. I already got pulled over by a state trooper. He said, you better count your days. You better count your days, because he said that if that would have been me, I'm standing there like, oh my goodness, like, oh my God, this man about to take this man to jail. Even though he ain't driving, he in a car with me, but he out the car now, and I'm out the car, but I'm not all the way. I'm like out standing in the door, like looking at them talk, because he talking to him. He was like, you lucky that woman pulled you over, because he told him that it was a lady trooper, and that she told him she was gonna call for him to get picked up because he wasn't driving. He said, I don't care if you wasn't driving it. If you was behind that wheel, I would have took you to jail. He said, you are lucky that it was her and not me. That's what he told him. He was like, get in the car, sit in the car, wait till they come, AAA come. Because he said, if it would have been me, I would have took you. I don't care if the car was off, if the car wasn't in motion. The fact that you're drunk like this, he could barely walk, barely stand. I'm like, how the fuck he driving? Barely could stand up, barely walking, da-da-da. He is fucking towed up. You hear what I'm saying? Motherfucker had pissed like 3 different times. Like that shit, cause that beer running through his system. Like it's making him pissy. He pissing again. When the man left, he did it again. But either way, he's going smoking cigarettes. Like he's getting, like he is feeling it. The man was like, I would have took you to jail, but he's like, get back in the car. He was like, wait till they come. He's like, you lucky that she came and got you, because he said if she wouldn't have been here, if you would have been sitting here and that lady would have left you here for you to wait for somebody to come, I would have took you to jail. He's like, you are very lucky that it wasn't me. I told the man he finna get back in the car and they'll be here soon, because I saw, like, I could see like how far they were gonna be or whatever. You could track them and shit. So I'm like, they almost here. So the guy ended up leaving and pulling off. I said, I know that man was tight. He was mad. He was mad because he was talking about military stuff with him. But then after they started talking about the military, I think that was another thing. Like, he was just like, I'm gonna let him make it, because I could really just take him to jail because of what I know. But at the same time, she already did this and she let him go. So it would be kind of fucked up. But I was like, you put yourself in the situation. Either way, they came, got the shit told. They told it to the house. I went to go get my daughter, got back to the house. He fucked up. He eating, he go to sleep, wake up the next day, go to work. He called me on the phone and he's like, I said, do you remember everything? He was like, what did I do? Because he was like, only thing I remember, the last thing I remember, he said that I had to take a pee on the side of the freeway. And he's like, that's the last thing I remember. He's like, I drove from his friend's house. He said, I got on the freeway and he said I had to use the restroom real bad. This is his sober mind talking to me the next day. He's like, I remember that I pulled over and I peed. He's like, after that, I don't remember nothing else. I don't even know how. He's like, how I get home? I drove. I'm like, no, you did not drive. You got pulled over. He's like, I got pulled over. I said, yes, you got pulled over. That's how fucking. Now, I don't know if y'all ever been blacked out drunk before and woke up and you only remember bits and pieces, like a glimpse of what could happen or what was going on, but you don't remember everything. I've been that drunk before where I don't remember. I just remember the last thing I did and then everything else is like a flash of like events. But then I wake up and I'm like, what the fuck happened? I need to get filled in. What did I do? What happened? What was going on? That's what he was doing. He was just like, I don't remember talking to nobody. I didn't even remember. He's like, I didn't remember getting in the house. I don't remember you picking me. He's like, you picked me up. You left work. I'm like, they called me from your cell phone. She called me from it was a state trooper, a lady. She called me from your cell phone, told me, come get you or she gonna take you to jail. If nobody can come get you, she's like, if you can't come get him, somebody gotta come get him because he can't drive this truck. He can't drive it. And I'm like, I'm coming. So I went, left work. He's like, I only had a few beers. And I'm like, you had way more than a few, because you could smell it on your body. You could smell the beer coming out of your pores. Like you was sweating bad. I'm like, you was slurring your words. You could barely talk. I told you to stay in the car. You didn't listen to me. You got out the car. You started talking to the other cop, because we got another cop came. And I'm like, you started talking to him. And I said, and then he was talking about he would have took you to jail if he found you in the car behind the wheel. He would have took you. Even though the car wasn't in motion, he was going to take you. And he said that you were lucky that it was her and not him. And I said, you can't ever do that shit again. He never did it again. He never did that again. He never drove drunk. If he drank, he would drink at the house. And if he was drinking and we together, he would drink and I would be the one sober. I would be the one driving, because I'm like, I ain't got time for it. I ain't trying to wake up in no jail cell, and I don't want you to wake. It's like, you got too much to lose. And I used to tell him, I'm like, this what you did was the stupidest shit ever. I don't understand, why would you do this? I get people make mistakes, but I'm like, we live way too far to be drinking like that and trying to drive and make it to the crib. I said, you could have easily just hit me on the phone and been like, hey, I've been drinking. But you're fucked up. So you're not going to drink. You're not going to think in a logical mind. You're going to drink. You're going to think in this drunken state. You're not going to think in your sober mind. So I'm like, I don't even know why I would have thought that you would call me and be like, hey, I'm going to stay da-da-da. Like, no. He was like, they was giving me shots and beer. I was like, so you was drinking liquor and... He's like, yes, I was drinking liquor and beer. And he's like, and I got fucked up. And he's like, you know why I got fucked up so fast? Because he used to eat light at work and eat heavy once he got home. So he'd have a heavy dinner, but he'd have like a light lunch. You know, a little here and there. He'd eat lightly. So he's like, that's the reason why I got so drunk so fast, because I ain't had nothing in my system, no food. And he was like, it didn't take much. I was toe up. And he was there for hours. He told me he got off at like 3 or 4 in the afternoon. And he was there for about maybe like 2-3 hours, something like that. Something to that effect. Because from where he got stopped and where he worked is maybe like a 20-minute distance. It wasn't that far. No, it probably was a little further. But it still is not that. It wasn't all the way to our house. So he still had a good 30-minute drive to get to our house. But not only that, he had to detour because he got to pick up the daughter, then go home. So it would have been longer. And I'm like, how was you going to pick her? And then the way that he was all the way in the left lane. He had to be in the full right lane to get on another highway, to get on that one to get the daughter. So how was he about to try to move all the way over? You done already passed up the damn ramp, almost past the ramp up. So I'm like, I don't think you was thinking at all. Like, and I understand you're drunk. That's why you're not thinking. It's not registering your mind. But I was just like, you can't ever do that again. That can't ever happen again. Like, that cannot happen again. He was like, it's not gonna happen again. It's not gonna happen again. He was like, I'm not gonna drink unless I'm with you, or if I'm at home, I'm not gonna drink. And I was like, okay. He was like, now, I told my friend what happened. And he was like, you should have just stayed here till you sobered up. But he said that I kept telling him I need to go. I got to get my daughter. He said I kept saying that to him because he eventually talked to the guy and he told him, you kept saying you got to go get your daughter from the babysitter or whatever. So you got to go. But I'm like, even if you would have pulled up at the babysitter or my mom, whoever had her, because I don't remember, this was so long ago, I don't remember who had her. They probably wouldn't let you go take her because you drunk. Like, you could smell it on him. He smelled like he dipped his body in beer. So I'm like, they wouldn't have let you go. If you would have made it there, they would have told you to stay there until they felt like you were sober enough to drive, or they would have told me to come get you and leave the truck there and then go. But he didn't even make it to that part. And thank God that nothing happened. Nobody got hurt. He definitely had some angels over him, guardian angels. Somebody was covering him. God, they was all watching over him, because that was during rush hour time. Heavy traffic, a weekday. I don't understand it. But I was just like, you can never do that again. But that was some dumb shit that I would be like, I don't even know. Like, what the fuck am I doing? What am I doing? Why do I gotta be the responsible, sensible one, and you over here doing dumb shit like you was in your 20s? You ain't in your damn 20s. So he was like early 30s, probably like 32 years old, probably something like that. Like, yeah, probably like 32, 31. But I was just like, you can't be doing this dumb shit. We're not kids like that. Like, we're grown. You can't do that. You can't be driving and doing dumb, like, you can't be doing this. But anyway, I hope y'all like the story, and don't do dumb stuff. Don't drink and drive. Get somebody to take you. It's a lot of ways to get home now. They got so many ride share people that can get you there, or call a friend or something, or just stay wherever you at until you wake up and feel like, okay, I'm good, I can drive. You know, he told me, this is what he told me, and I'm about to go. He gonna tell me, and I know that's a damn lie. He was like, because I'm like, you say you don't remember. He's like, I remember bits and pieces about her talking to me, but he's like, I feel like when she pulled up to me, I sobered up. I said, the fuck you did? No, you didn't sober up at all. No, you was still fucked up. I'm like, you was talking to her like, and I'm like, the lady had the keys in my hand and gave them to me. I'm like, but you was talking like he has like a dominating manly personality. Like, I don't know if y'all ever been around men like that. That's like manly man, like, especially when it's a woman. He's like, it fucking despised him that this was a woman, but she let you make it. But it was just like that too. He was like talking shit because it's a woman and it ain't a man. But I'm like, a man would have took your dumb ass to jail. But it was like his ego and shit and pride of being a man and being manly. He was just like, that shit was oozing out of him too. Like, oh man, I was just like, you lucky because that man said he'd take your ass to jail. Like, you need to calm down, sit in a car and be quiet. Shut up. Stop talking. I don't want you to say nothing, the wrong shit, and then this lady get offended. Like, be quiet. So he was half-ass listening, but if you know how those guys are and you've been around those kind of guys, then you understand what I'm saying. But anyway, I'm gonna let y'all go. And I'll probably tell y'all other stories about stuff that he done did that's retarded. No offense to anybody. Don't take offense to that. That's just, don't take offense. I love y'all anyway. I love you. I'll talk to y'all soon. Leave a like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And I'll see you guys in my next upload. Bye.